Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. I'm so glad you're here. I'm doing my first book haul of 2020. How exciting is this? It's pretty exciting, but then it's also kind of sad because I keep buying books, but at the rate that I'm reading them, they're just stacking up, man. They're just stacking up, and I don't have a bookshelf yet. I really need to get on that. I'm just like waiting for the perfect one to pop up on Facebook Marketplace, and it just has not happened yet. So we'll see. I went to the thrift store not looking for books at all. Story of my life. But of course, while I was there, I had to look, and I was so surprised. This was like one of the best book hauls I think I've gotten from the thrift store, because I actually got books I've been wanting to read. I don't think that's ever happened before. I was just really excited about the things that I found. So let's start, because I'm sure you're just dying to know. You're just dying to know what I got. So the first one I saw was only 75 cents. Thank you, Lord. 75 cents, y'all. This is Managing God's Money by Randy Alcorn. I thought that this was a great book to hopefully read really soon, like as we're starting a new year, kind of starting fresh, thinking about finances, all that stuff. I always know that there is room to grow, there's room to learn, and I know that this book would be really helpful in navigating that. So I kind of want us both to read this. We'll see if I can get and convince Nick to read it. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but nonetheless, I will end up reading this. So I'm excited about that one. The next two I found were probably donated by the same person, but they're both John Piper books. So the first, this is the first one. The first one is The Passion of Jesus Christ. This one was $1.25. 50 Reasons Why Jesus Came to Die. So I actually, I still haven't read a John Piper book. I really like him and I enjoy reading Desiring God articles, but I still have not actually read a book by him. Why? Why haven't I done that? I think this will be the first one I read, because look how small it is. I can do that. I can totally do that. And then there was another one, which is I think the follow-up to it. Yes. This one was $1.25 as well, and this is Seeking and Savoring Jesus Christ. I'm not gonna lie, one of the main reasons why I got this book was because there was a bookmark in the middle of it, and I said, hey, a free bookmark with this book? Sure, why not? And I'm using the bookmark right now in the book that I'm currently reading. I know it seems like a silly reason to buy the book, but I was intrigued anyway to read it. But that was like a seal the deal. You get a free bookmark with it. Sure. Then the next one is Girl Defined by Kristen Clark and Bethany Baird. I don't know how to pronounce their last name. They have a YouTube channel that I have watched for a while now. Like, I don't watch all of their videos, but I have watched a lot of their videos and I really enjoy them. They're just really sweet, down to earth, full of knowledge and wisdom. And I think that their YouTube channel is Girl Defined. So this is like the book that they wrote. And I've actually wanted to read this. So when I saw this at the thrift store, I was like, who near me has read this and it was into this? This is cool. Whenever I find a book at the local thrift store, I'm like, who the heck is reading this stuff? I want to meet them, because I'm like, this, I think is going to be a great book. It's God's Radical Design for Beauty, Femininity, and Identity. What is God's design for women? So I've mentioned this in a video in the past, but I don't typically read books by women authors very often. So I really want to to start reading more books by women authors, because I know that there's a lot of great ones out there, but I typically read just the really blunt, cut and dry teachings that men normally do. But I think that there's a lot of wisdom that I can glean from Christian women who are strong in their faith. So I'm excited about this one. And speaking of women who are strong in their faith, this book made me so gosh darn excited to see it in a thrift store, because So many of my friends have talked about this, have recommended it to me, have recommended any of her books to me, and I've just been really interested in reading them. I just haven't gotten around to actually buying them. I've almost bought them on Amazon a couple times, but haven't done it yet, and I'm glad I didn't because now I found one. But this is None Like Him by Jen Wilkin, and this was $1.25. I saw this, I recognized it, one, by the color, because I've seen this recommended to me so many times, and I think it's like on one of my wish lists on one of my accounts on a book thing. I don't know if it was Thrift Books, I don't know if it was Amazon. Anyways, so I recognized it immediately, and I was so excited. I have heard so many good things about this book, and it's, you know, fairly small, so I think I can easily get to that this year. But this is 10 ways God is different from us and why that's a good thing. Woo! I'm excited, you guys. I'm excited. I know that one's gonna be awesome because the people who recommended it to me are very trustworthy. So, okay, then the next one I saw was Redemption, Freed by Jesus from the Idols We Worship and the Wounds We Carry by Mike Wilkerson. And this was $1.25. Most of them were $1.25, all of them, except for that 75-cent one, I guess. I don't really know anything about this author. I don't know anything about this book, but I thought that it might be interesting. Paul Tripp endorsed it, and he's awesome. So I trust him. I think I'm gonna like it. I just feel like this is gonna be a book that is up my alley. So, excited about that one. And then the last one I got was How Should We Then Live by Francis A. Schaeffer. And I've definitely heard of this author before. I don't know where. But I'm like, man, that sounds so familiar. I feel like I've even heard about this book, but I don't know where I've heard it either. I listen to so many podcasts that things just kind of, I hear them, I remember them, but I don't remember where the heck I heard them. So it's just kind of like, it is what it is. If I remember the source of the information, it's a miracle, basically. The Rise and Decline of Western Thought and Culture. So it's got culture in it, so I'm probably really gonna enjoy this. This is the 50th anniversary edition. That's fun. Here's my stack of the books. How many was it? Did I already say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 books. Hello! Stoked. So stoked about this. This wraps up my first book haul of the year. I do have a playlist of all my book hauls, which I will add this video into. So if you love watching book hauls, if you are interested in seeing all the books that I've accumulated, then go ahead and check out that playlist. You might really enjoy it. And I better get to reading. I literally am going to read after I finish wrapping up this video. I'm just motivated. Like, the beginning of the year gives you a certain sort of motivation. Hello, how are ya? The beginning of the year gives you a certain sense of motivation to just get your goals done. And so while I'm just feeling motivated, I really want to get a lot of reading done at the beginning of the year. That's when I did most of my reading last year, was at the beginning of the year. Like in the first 5 months, I was like going at it. That is everything. I am so glad you joined me for my first book haul, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys.